Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, welcome to my channel. My name is Sarah. I'm so happy that you guys have joined us. Today I'm going to be doing a video on freshman roommate tips because it's kind of like time of year when people that are going to college are trying to figure out who their roommate is or who they want to live with or how they're going to do it. And so I wanted to just come on here and give you guys a couple new tips. I love how my room is white now because I can do it against this wall and it's just like less distracting than having like a bunch of stuff to look at. So a little bit of background on my roommate situation. I am an only child, never had to share a room, never shared a bathroom. I shared a bathroom with my parents when we lived in New York City, but I haven't shared a bathroom since 5th grade. So I was obviously a little bit newer to the situation of just sharing than my roommates because my actual roommate has a sister, my suite mate has a sister, and my other suite mate has a brother. So they've all shared. I didn't do a whole lot of sharing of my space because I just didn't have to. I met my freshman roommate on the Facebook group. I think most colleges have a Facebook group for the freshmen or any class. Yeah, I didn't random. I random suite mated. I don't think you can actually choose your suite mates at Mary Washington, but I did meet my roommate in person, talked to her all summer before we met in person. She actually went to high school with one of my cousins, and I just never knew that, and they were actually friends at one point, so that was crazy. Small world. She only lives about 30 minutes away from me in Virginia, so I did meet my roommate and choose her. I did not random roommate. My friend Chrissy did random roommate, and she actually ended up liking her roommate in the end. They had a rocky start, but at the end they were just like totally fine. So I can't really speak on random roommating. My suite mates were actually random roommates, and now all 4 of us are going to be moving in together to an apartment next year. So that tells you how our situation ended up working out, but definitely can't really speak on random roommating at all. So if you're looking for something like that, I can't really give that to you, but I will give you my tips for surviving your freshman roommate. First of all, be super duper honest in your Facebook blurb or wherever you're posting about wanting a roommate. I think that it's really important to be honest. Don't try to be something you're not. So don't say, I love going out, I love partying, if you don't like going out and partying, because then you're going to end up with a roommate that likes to go out and party, and then what are you going to do? Just be very honest. I actually can't remember what I said on mine. Let's see if I can go back and find it. That actually would be helpful, I feel like. Okay, so I found my blurb that I posted in this group on January 25th of 2018, so that was over a year ago. Alright. So I said, hey guys, my name is Sarah Campbell and I am from Gaithersburg, Maryland. I'm not sure if I'll be attending UMW because it was before decision day, but it's definitely an option. I'm a violinist, photographer, and lover of people. I plan on majoring in elementary education, which you can't really major, that's a different story. Feel free to say hi, I'd love to get to know everybody. And then I put pictures on it, so this was the picture of just me, hello. That was a picture of just me, and then I had one of me and Alex, and then of like some of my closest friends, and then a picture of me and my cousins, some of my cousins, and then more friend pictures. So give people like accurate representations of who you are. Don't try to be something. Don't post pictures of yourself looking like a 10 if you normally look like a 5. All right, like just be you. One of my friend Chrissy's biggest problem was that her and her roommate wasn't honest on her Facebook and made it seem like they were really similar when they were actually not. Again, they worked out and they're close friends, and I even am relatively close with her roommate now, but just so you know, don't be like, you know, something you're not. Just be honest. And then people will find you. Under it, people posted that they were also interested in elementary education, so it all worked out for me. I'm gonna look up Marissa's. My roommate's name is Marissa. Hers was, hi guys, my name is Marissa and I'm from McLean, Virginia. I'm a senior this year at McLean High School. She doesn't go there anymore, so we can say that. And I'm happy to announce I'll be attending Mary Washington. Go Eagles. I'm planning on majoring in international affairs with a minor in security and conflict studies, and I am looking to meet as many people as possible and find a roommate. I love rowing, working out, and staying active, but I have to admit I'm a Chick-fil-A regular. It's true, she's crazy about her Chick-fil-A. I'm obsessed with Vineyard Vines and Lily Pulitzer, sweet tea, country music, The Office, and I'm 100% a dog person. I hope to meet some of you guys soon, and feel free to follow me on Insta or Snap, and she gave out her Instagram and her Snapchat. I'll show you guys her pictures too. This is her and her best friend Hannah from back home. Hello, focus. That's her and her dog Quinn. Who's that? That's her sister. That's her and her friend Hannah again. That's her at a country concert. And then she just took some pictures. Oh, that's her rowing. That's just her. That's her and her friend Hannah again. Her. Yeah. So that's what she posted on her Facebook. And a lot of people like talked to her, but I commented under her post. It's still right here. And she's like, yeah, I actually do, because I told her about my cousin. And then she's like, so cool. I'm her cousin, because I'm not actually her cousin, but long story. And then I told her I love country. I'm a big preppy person and dogs are obviously the best. And she was like, oh my gosh, yay. What's your Insta? And then that's how it all started, right here on the Facebook group. So just be honest about who you are and it'll all fall into place. I'm telling you right now. Set your boundaries early. My roommate and I were honestly close from day one. And we had we never argued ever, but tips, just tips. That's what you should do before you meet your roommate, is be honest on the Facebook group, because if you're not, then that's just kind of rude. Before move-in day, decide who's bringing what. You don't need 2 printers, you don't need like 2 Keurigs, you don't need 2 rugs, you don't need that. Decide what you want. I know my suite mates never chose a color palette, they just had their own thing. We did everything matching. You don't have to do that obviously, but just have a clear mindset going in so that you're not like, oh my god, I really hate your bedspread, and like you didn't talk about it, so you can't really complain about it. The biggest thing is I had suite style bathrooms, and sharing a space with 4 people, you have to be respectful. Don't overstay your time in the shower. Don't overstay your time in the bathroom. Just don't do it. It's rude and disrespectful, you know, like it's just rude. We had a separate door to our bathroom itself, like the toilet room. Be respectful. Also, do yourself a favor, buy some poopery. Looks like this. I'll insert a picture. You need it, okay? If you're sharing a bathroom with 4 people, it literally makes your poop smell like roses and flowers, and that's what you want, because you don't want people to not walk in there after and waste people's time because the bathroom smells. My roommate and I shared basically everything. There was nothing that I was like, you can't touch that. And we shared clothes, not a lot, but when we needed to. We shared like utensils, we shared the fridge, we shared food, all that. Just be respectful. Respecting each other's space is the main thing. If someone says, hey, I bought that and I don't want you to eat it, just don't eat it. Like, it's just basic common sense stuff. I would highly recommend making a cleaning schedule. We cleaned every Thursday all year, and that worked really, really well for us. We all took turns technically cleaning the bathroom. I did like 90% of the work, but that's mainly because they were all in class and when I was cleaning. But always offer to help. Don't have, you know, like my roommate and I, we had someone change like the fish's water. We had a fish. Change the water, we switched off. Do the dishes in the morning, we switched off. Clean, we switched off. Just be mindful and supportive and trusting and all that stuff. If someone's in the room making a phone call, don't be loud. Talk about when you want, like set clear boundaries. Talk about when you want it to be quiet. Talk about when you want it to be loud. Talk about whether you like people in your room. Talk about whether you don't. We had like naturally fell into this rhythm where the hours between like 4 and 6 were just like quiet. We like we studied, we like watched YouTube, whatever, but we didn't really talk. That wasn't something we set up, but it was just something that we did, and it worked super, super well for us. And I really enjoyed that. The bathroom, keep it clean. You're sharing a vanity with other people. Clean up after yourself. Don't leave stuff out. It just makes it so much easier, and especially when you're living with 4 girls, vacuum up your hair because nobody wants to see that in the shower. We all had shower caddies, and I think it's really helpful because your shower can get really, really crowded if everybody just leaves their stuff everywhere, which happened in Chrissy's room. And I just think the main thing, you don't have to be best friends with your roommate. I think another big thing that you need to keep in mind is to not judge too early. I'll tell you a story about my freshman year. The first weekend we were there, my suite mate Natalie walked into our room, took our vacuum, used it, and then put it back and wasn't going to tell us that she took something out of our room. And our suite mate Maniba actually told us, you've seen Maniba in the vlogs, she told us that she had used it without our permission, and we were really upset, and we went to our RA and we were like, we want to get our roommate switched, like this is not okay. And that was so mean and unfair of us. We literally made her cry. It was literally so mean, and I feel so bad about it because she's like one of our closest friends now. We didn't set the boundary. It was our fault. We didn't say, don't use that. We were the ones who brought the lion's share of the cleaning equipment, and we didn't tell her not to use it. So of course she's gonna use it. Of course at the end of the year, everyone was using everybody's stuff and like changing in front of each other. It doesn't matter. But like, we were just really mean, and I really regret that. So set clear boundaries on what people are allowed to touch and what they're not, because you can't expect people to not touch your stuff if you didn't tell them not to. I just think that you need to just use your common sense. Like, if Marissa was sleeping and someone called me, I'd either say, hey, my roommate's already asleep, sorry, can't talk, or I'd go outside and take the phone call. If I was watching YouTube, I used my headphones, just didn't listen to it out loud. Like, just stuff like that, common sense stuff is so important. And also, we did this thing where if you were getting ready but you were okay with someone else coming into the bathroom, we'd keep both doors open. And then if we were really uncomfortable with someone coming in, both doors would be closed and you'd have to knock. By the end of the semester, we were honestly fine with people walking through while we were showering, because we had like a shower curtain, so people could walk through when we were showering as long as they knocked first. Knocking was just a big thing in our bathroom. We were like, please knock. So these are just like some of the things I would say are like really helpful. Talk through your conflicts. Marissa did a couple things during the year that we had originally said we didn't want to do, and I had kept my word that we weren't going to do them. And she didn't, and we didn't get in an argument about it, but I just told her, I was like, hey, like, I still don't really like that you did this, and she was like, I'm so sorry, like, you know, blah blah blah. We're close enough that I like knew why she did it, so obviously. But if you have a boyfriend, this is a big one, be mindful that you have a boyfriend. Like, I always, when Alex came to visit, he visited twice all year, I asked Marissa first if she was okay with it. I also had Sabrina come visit one weekend, and I said, hey, like, are you okay with this, or do you not want to? And sometimes she'd be like, hey, like, yeah, as long as you're like not doing anything weird, like, that's fine. And if we weren't doing anything weird, then they were allowed to stay. And I think that that's very important, because you don't want negative energy in your room. It's literally the worst thing. Trust me, I did it. There were some days we were just all so pissed off at each other for no reason, and it was literally the worst. So those are some of the things you can do to help your freshman year go better, is communication, trust. You don't have to be best friends, but be respectful and nice to each other. That's really all you can do. If you guys have any questions, leave them down below. I'm actually going to try to get Marissa to do a roommate tag this semester or this summer or early next semester. We're close enough that she could, we could probably like meet up. We're gonna meet up during the summer a lot, but to maybe like she can come and then we can film. But if you guys are interested in that, let me know. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.